Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Fleur and this is your Yin Yang Yoga, meaning we'll start with a bit of Yang Yoga to activate our muscles and to get a little bit warm and stimulate our strength and focus, and then we just soften into the Yin tissues, going into the joints and ligaments and ending in a nice restful state of mind. So let's just begin with feet underneath your hips. And lift the toes up, spread them nice on your mat, so just spread the toes, spread the space between the toes, and then give your toes a little wriggle through the toes. Good. And then place them down. And then take a moment to bring your weight slightly back into your heels, and see if you can soften the tailbone a little so you stand nice and tall, by drawing in a little through the belly. Bring your arms to the side, roll your shoulders up, and then back and down, and standing in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, closing your eyes and just notice in the body how you feel here. Do you feel grounded in the feet? Do you feel strong? Do you feel long in the body? And then let the breath fall down into the belly, so allow the breath to go deeper as you inhale and exhaling, keeping the mouth closed, and just draw the ribs together. And just do 2 more breaths, fingertips reaching to the ground, standing tall. Notice your breath. And 1 more long breath in. And as you exhale, bring the hands to your heart and set an intention for your practice. Lift your heart to your hands. Maybe the practice brings up things. Maybe you want to send a dedication to someone. Let yourself be guided by this practice today, by your breath. And let's open the eyes and take a big sweep through the arms up. Bring them up and then interlace the hands above your head. So you cross them over, place the palms, face the palms facing up to the ceiling, and lift them up. I think my hands are out of the picture now, but just keep pulling up, up, up as high as you can. And notice if you're trying to change your pelvis, so you want to keep pelvis in the same position and draw high, stretching up through the heels of the hands, and keep the fingers really closely knitted together so that they don't come apart, especially the thumbs. And then from here, take a little side stretch over to the side, pushing through the arms. So the bottom elbow often wants to bend, so keep the same distance from your ears with your arms and reach to the heels of the hands. You'll feel a delicious stretch on one side. And then breathe in, come back up, and let's go to the other side, reaching over and breathe. Don't go too deep, just a nice, delicious stretch. Enjoying that opening here. And keep the arms straight as you lift up. Open your arms to the side, and then interlace the hands behind your back, or you can hold your elbows, and then take a forward fold. So keeping the front of the legs nice and active, reach forwards. Draw the chin to the chest if it feels okay, and see if you can move the hands away from the buttocks. If you have the elbows, try and keep the shoulder blades down so they don't fall forwards. Nice and long stretch. And then release the arms and bend your knees and fold forward. And hold your elbows if that feels good, and rock the body a little bit side to side. Or you can also bounce the upper body, maybe shake the head out. And then from here, slowly release the arms, roll yourself back up to standing. Good. Right, so we're going to warm up the body, not with a vinyasa style, we're just going to work into some of the poses today. So from here, step your feet quite wide, or you can hop them apart, step them out wide, and then turning first of all, I have to mirror you now, to your right. Turning your right toes out to the right side. Align your heel of the front leg with the arch of the back foot. And see if you can bring the hands to the hips. So see if you can bring the thigh quite close to the floor, so that your front thigh is parallel to the floor. And find this position first of all. Roll your shoulders again back. Press into the outside of the back foot and into the big toe of the front foot. And now open your arms into a warrior 2. And reach your arms away. Roll your outer armpits a little bit down. And take a long breath in. And exhaling. See if you can sink a little deeper. Now as you inhale, straighten the front leg, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, bend the front leg into your warrior. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Lift the arms up, exhale to bend. And 1 more. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale to bend. Good. Come a little deeper. Now this time, bring the left hand behind you on your thigh. Turn your front palm over, your right one. And then lift the arms up into a reverse warrior. And again, open through the side. Keep pushing the feet into the floor. Breathe in. The palm is facing down. Your head can look up if it feels okay. You can look forward or down to your shoulder. 1 more deep breath in here. Exhaling. Inhale, come back up. Straighten your front leg and then move your back leg a little bit in. And then hinging from your hip, come to Trikonasana. Your hand comes down to the shin. Your other arm comes up. Make sure you don't collapse onto your shin. You're keeping the front of the leg strong, still pushing into the big toe. And then let's rotate your top arm. A little challenge for the balance possibly. Breathe in, arm reaches forward, exhale, reaches back. And let's do 3 more rounds. Nice circling motions. Breathing in, keep pulling the tailbone slightly down and the hips forward and the chest back. And 1 more deep breath, reach the arm up, look down, bend your front knee, and then hand to your hip, lift your back arm up, come back into your reverse warrior. Maybe you've got a bit more space now, and then as you exhale, look forward, bring the hand to the floor, step your back leg a little bit in, and move your fingertips to the floor. Now if you have a block or a book, you might want to place it there so it's not so low. And then once you have a little bit of balance on your standing leg, lift up your back leg and come to half moon pose. Find first of all a balance. So you might still have to bend your front leg. If you've got a book, so you've got a bit more height, that might be a little bit easier. Flex your back toes to the side. And once you've got the balance, turn to the side. Look to your left. Maybe you can even reach the top arm up, opening the chest. Good, hold it here, squeezing your legs, reaching the heel away. Nice deep breath. And as you exhale, look back down to the floor and come to a standing splits position. Lift up the back leg nice and high, squeeze it up, squeeze your glutes up. Draw yourself down. Again, the standing leg might be bent. You might have your hands on some books or some blocks. Hold it. Really pull your leg up. And as you exhale, bend both your knees and bring your left knee outside of your right ankle. So you come into this sort of cross position. And then let's push the floor away and lift back up. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend those knees and bring the leg outside of your ankle. Sit down. And again, lift it up. We do it 1 more time. Lift up, lift a little higher. And again, bending outside of your ankle. Sit down. Last time, push the floor away. Push down to your foot. Lift the leg up. And last one. This time we're staying down here. Coming to a little twist. So your ankle is over your knee. And then you can wrap your left arm around your knee. You can draw the hip down. Try to draw both sit bones down to the floor. And then turn towards the side, towards your bent knee. I'm not doing it too much just because I'm pregnant, so I don't want to twist too much. You can just find the right position. Take a long breath, reaching up through the crown of the head. Press down to your big toe. Good. Just feel a little twist in your body. And then come back to center. Do a little counter twist to the other side. Beautiful. And let's step forward again. Lift up your back leg nice and high. And then step your back leg straight back behind you. Place it down on the floor. Forward facing triangle. Come up halfway, hands onto your hips. Push down into your front leg. You can interlace the hands again behind your back or bring the hands onto your hips and then fold forward. If it's comfortable, you can see if you want to bring the hands down on the floor. Try avoid the rounding of your spine, so you want to draw the chest forward. And if you're quite open, you can see if you can reach back towards your thigh or towards your ankle. And draw yourself down towards the left leg. Long deep breath. Draw the belly button inwards and upwards. So wherever wherever you are, hands on your hips. Make sure that you're strong on your back. Good. All right. Everyone bring the hands onto your hips. Bend your front knee. Let's come to little flying warrior. So from here, oops, lifting your back leg up. Open the chest. I know your left leg might be burning. Flex your right toes down. And then open your arms into a flying position. Hold it here. Nice long breath. Breathe in. Draw the chin in. Lift your chest a little higher away from the floor. And then bend the back leg. Lift up the arms. Straighten the front leg. And then come back into facing forward. Turn both toes in. Lift the chest. And fold into a prasarita. And you might feel that one side is quite different from the other. Bring the hands onto the floor. Maybe take a little wriggle through your hips. I'm going to do it all on the other side. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Breathe in. Come up halfway. Maybe bend your knees if you need to, or just come up halfway. Hands onto your hips. Hold it here for one exhale. And inhale, come all the way back up. Good. And now turn your left leg forward. Finding your warrior two position, arms out to the side. Hopefully getting warmer now. Nice and long breath. Reach the arms either side of the body. Try to get the front thigh parallel to the floor. Draw through the outside of the back foot. Good. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. And exhale to bend. One more. Inhale to straighten. And exhale to bend. Good. Bring the back hand onto your thigh, your hip. Turn the front palm over. Reach forward to reverse warrior. Opening through the side. So sometimes the front leg wants to then stop bending. Keep it bent. Keep the back leg strong. Turn your top palm down. Nice and loose in your neck. Long breath in. Exhaling. And inhale, coming back up into a warrior, then straighten your front leg, Trikonasana, reaching forward with your front arm. Then bring the hand onto the shin, lift up through your top arm, draw the hips slightly forward, keep the front big toe on the floor, rotate your arms 5 times. Nice big circles with your arms. Think of how strong your legs are, let them stay grounded for 3, and for 4, and for 5. Good. Look down, bend your front knee, come back into your reverse warrior. Just for one exhale, one inhale, sorry. And as you exhale, bring the hand down. Whoop, let you move it back. Bring the hand down into the floor. A little bit in front of your foot. Slightly to the side, so it's under the shoulder. If you have a book, again, make sure that you support yourself so it's not too low. And then left hand, once you've got the balance, comes onto your hip, and then see if you can straighten the leg. And turn yourself to the right. Flex your back toes. Roll the top shoulder back. Find your balance. And stay connected to your breath. So sometimes when we're in a balance, the breath goes like, we hold the breath, or we don't really breathe very deeply, or we kind of puff and pant. So make it a slow breath. That's the challenge, just to keep breathing. I'm a bit puffing because I'm talking and doing this, so it's a bit challenging. But it works, eventually. It becomes quite smooth. Well done. And then look down, bring your back hand down, and come into standing splits. Point the toes up to the ceiling, squeeze the glutes in, try and pull yourself gently down towards your leg. Point your back toes. I think mine's just forgot to point. And as you exhale, bend both knees. Bring your right knee outside of your left ankle. Sit back. And then come forward again and lift the leg up. And again, as you exhale, sit down. And again, only goes low if this feels uncomfortable. You can change it a little bit. And again, exhaling, coming down. One more, lift it up. Breathe in. And exhale, sit down on both your sit bones. What's happening with the camera? Okay, still working, good. Lovely. Sit down, sit down, sit down. These interruptions. Sit down, make sure both your sit bones are on the floor. Your foot is grounded, and then your left hand behind you Right hand wraps around your knee, or you can hook it, and then take that little twist. So keep the chest nice and open, and as you exhale, you twist to the side. Taking that little rotation. Think of reaching up through the crown of the head and through your bandage, so through your locks in your body, your navel lock and your root lock, you're rotating to the side with your breath. So inhaling is like a release, and exhale, you turn, turning away from you. And then come back to center, do a little counter twist. And let's come back into standing splits. Lift up the back leg, reach it nice and high, maybe slightly a bit easier. And then just step your back leg back, turning the toes slightly out to the side. Hips are facing forwards, and then hands onto your hips. Come up halfway, use your back muscles, pull up the front of the leg. So now either you can stay here, feeling the strength in your leg, but also the stretch to the back of the leg. You can interlace your hands and sort of open the chest. If you're very open, you can try to support yourself maybe with blocks, or maybe reach the hands back behind you, holding your ankle. Just feel what feels right for you, what feels most interesting and supportive of your body. Think of releasing the back of the leg, but the front of the leg stays strong. So you're lifting your kneecap at the front, and then bring the hands back onto your hips. Come up halfway. Where do we go then? Oh yes, into a flying warrior. And then from here, bend the front leg and find again your balance. Plant in the way, lift the chest, and kick the back leg back. Turn the toes down. Oops, easier said than done. So sometimes it's sort of the hip wants to stay open. You want to turn the little toe down to the outside of your mat. And keep the back leg straight, so it also sort of wants to bend, make it easier. But you want to keep it strong. So it might just be here. Keep the chest higher than your hips. And if you've got the balance, open your arms to the side. My wardrobe is in the way. Breathe, fly, think of lightness. And then slowly step yourself back. Good, open your arms to the side, turn your toes inwards, and let's hinge forward again. Ah, nice. And you can hold your elbows and rock a little bit side to side here. That should feel quite nice now. Head is relaxed. And then just walk your hands over towards your right leg. Hold your right ankle with your left hand. Just take a little turn towards the outside of your calf. Squeeze your legs, the front of the legs up, so lift your thighs and kneecaps, and you can bring the hand onto your lower back, your right hand, or you can reach the arms up and find a little twist here. You also might need to bend the knees, that's absolutely fine. And then release, come to the other side. The right hand holds the outside of your left ankle. Draw yourself down, bend your bottom elbow. Back hand or top hand can be on the lower back. So you don't sort of push into one hip joint. Or we can open to the side. And release, hang forwards again. Take a little rocking motion and then open the toes to the side. Move your feet slightly further in and come to a malasana. So a deep squat. Don't worry if your heels don't come down to the floor. You might want to roll a towel and place that underneath your heels so you have a bit of support for your heels. And then bring your elbows into the thighs, and you can bring your hands together and see if you can just lift your chest up and then close your eyes. And let that lower back release. Think of letting it soften down. If you're feeling quite uncomfortable, if you feel like you're rounding your back like this, so you can just lengthen it a bit by reducing the pressure of your elbows into the thighs. Just stay here for a few breaths. Breathing into the heart, breathing down to the belly and lower back. slowly release, bring the hands down. And then just bring the hands behind you so you can sit on your buttocks. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe have a little wriggle with your hips. And again, if you feel like your feet are quite far forwards and your knees are quite high up, you might like to sit on something. So just bring them to as close as feels comfortable, or a little bit further forward. And let's from here take a little gentle forward fold. Relax your head, relax your arms to the side. Maybe drop the chin a little bit more to the chest by giving it a little shake out through the head. Let the back of the neck become heavy. Let the crown of the head soften you down towards the feet. And just breathe as if you are like a waterfall, so as if the breath travels up from the base of your spine, up to the crown of the head, and then falls down over the crown of the head, releasing neck tension, releasing shoulder tension. And your breath now becomes softer and calmer. And then you might find that there's a little bit more space, a very subtle little bit more space after each exhale. And then slowly roll yourself back up. And stretch your legs away. Let's come lying on our back. And come from here into a nice eye of the needle stretch. So right leg over your left knee. And then lift your leg up. Hold either behind your hamstring. Or you can maybe reach forward towards your shin. Make sure that your ankle is supported by the knee, not just the foot, and you can rock a little bit side to side. And then come to stillness. Let the shoulders soften. And let's change to the other side. Left ankle over the right knee. Again, hold where it feels like a comfortable stretch. You can rock a little bit side to side again. And then just hold it. And then the last one, let's open the legs and grab the outside of your feet and come into a happy baby pose. So see if you can again rock a little bit side to side, maybe tilting your tailbone a little bit down to the floor, maybe stretching your legs just a little and then bending them again. And also hold your ankles if that's a bit easier. And if you feel like it's difficult to get your ankles, maybe you want to roll up a towel and place it underneath the hips. Feel how your lower back lengthens here. Keep your neck nice and long, tuck the chin just slightly in. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, release the feet, lower them down towards your hips. Grab the knees, put them together and take a little rocking motion. Maybe you'd like to rotate the knees out to the side and in, softening. And when you're ready, maybe other direction as well. And slowly slide your legs away from you, one by one. Give the legs a little shake. You can have your hands on your belly or by your side. Make yourself comfortable now. And relax now in Shavasana, so make yourself really, really soft. Relax the feet. Feel the soles of the feet relax, and your ankles, and your legs. And relax your hips and your torso. Relax your arms and your hands, your throat and your neck. And let the whole head be really heavy. And just the breath, light moving through you. Light moving breath. Flowing easily in and out. And then when you're ready, you can stay here for longer by just pausing the video. And we're going to close now, taking a deep breath in. And on your exhale, sigh it out. And then start to move your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms over the head and stretch out, nice and long. And you can bring your knees into your chest and roll over to one side. And in your own time, push yourself up to seated, coming to a seated position any way you like. Take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out. Just notice any shifts or changes within you. And bring the hands to your heart center, lift the heart to your hands. Take a deep breath in again. And release the practice with a big sigh. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a good time. Please drink some water afterwards, and I hope to see you again another time. Namaste.